It's 10:12 p.m. The porch string lights are pulsing like a club ad. 5 ride shares did a synchronized U-turn on our little street, and someone just parked across the apron so my wife can't back out if the baby monitor coughs. If you've ever wondered how fast a vacation turns your block into a lobby, this is it. Please don't hear this as me hating visitors. Hear it as me loving sleep, driveways, and the part of the night when a cul-de-sac remembers it's a cul-de-sac. The HOA quiet hours run 10 to 7. City noise rules are similar. The listing said, cozy retreat steps from the pool. It didn't say, bring 11 cars and a Bluetooth subwoofer. I texted the owner number in the listing at 9:20. Friendly heads up, quiet at 10, 2-car max in driveway, guests in designated spots, no street party. I got a heart emoji at 9:23 and a door slam at 9:24. I called non-emergency because I'm bad at being a bouncer and good at being a neighbor who uses the number that sends a calm uniform. That's a cruiser. Please don't panic. He's here for volume and lane lines, not citations and drama. Good evening, officer. Thanks for coming. We've got a short-term rental weekend crowd, 5 cars on the street, including one across my driveway apron, music bleeding into bedrooms, and a rolling front porch bar that migrated to the sidewalk. No fights, no fireworks, no open flames, just scope creep. The HOA caps vehicles at 2 at the house, guests in marked spaces, no events, quiet at 10, and the owner must have a local contact who answers. I tried. He hearted me. He is not here. I don't need a shutdown. I need a landing. You're the booking guest? Welcome to our block. I promise I'm friendlier at 4 p.m. than at 10:12. Here's the thing. That car is across my apron. If my kid spikes a fever and we need the road, we can't play 15-point Austin Powers in my own driveway. Please move it to the guest row by the tennis court. Hang on, let me point. Past the pool gate, down one bend, signed, Guest. Use those. If they fill, overflow lot by the maintenance yard. Not the hydrant flare, not the mailbox cluster. I'm not trying to embarrass you in front of your cousins. I'm trying to give every adult here a tomorrow, without meeting me again in a thread. Officer, could you say the quiet hours and driveway obstruction part out loud so memory becomes group property? Thank you. He says music off outside at 10, voices. Down to porch talk and driveways, aprons included, must stay clear. Also, the sidewalk is not a cocktail rail. You're waving your phone like the listing promised, great for gatherings. Gatherings as in 4 humans eating chips by a board game, not a yard concert. No one rented a venue. You rented a house in a neighborhood that wakes up early to put small people in small shoes. I see the hard face. I get it. You planned this birthday for months. You flew in. You bought matching shirts that say something punny about crew. Keep the shirts, lose the subwoofer. You ask, what if you keep the music low and close the door? Low. Inside is fine until midnight if it doesn't read at the lot line. Outside is off at 10. I know the air is nice. It will still be nice at 8 a.m. when nobody is frowning at you across a recycling bin. Also, guests must stay on your lot, not in the common greenbelt. The greenbelt is not a dance floor. It's where toddlers collect rocks and grandpas collect steps. I will help this be painless. I have 2 guest hang tags for tonight. Hook them if you must use the guest row. If you need more, you don't, because the 2-car limit is real. Spillover goes to the overflow lot. It's a 90-second walk, and it buys you neighbors who wave tomorrow. You're asking if the HOA can even tell you how many cars. They can on private streets with limited access. I'm not the lawyer. I'm the guy who knows how tight the fire truck turns. We've measured the turn because one time we didn't, and now we are people who measure turns. Look, someone propped the front door open with a shoe. I know it's hot. Door closes after 10, both for sound and for the moth that looks like a drone. Officer, could you log, music advised off outside at 10 cool, driveway cleared, guest parking. Directed, porch gathering stays under 10 with inside voices. Thank you. Also note the local contact didn't pick up. Text sent. Neighbor minor mediation. You're rubbing your temple like I've made your vacation my job. I haven't. I've made my kids 6 a.m., not a novel. Tell you what, move the apron car now. Pull the cooler off the sidewalk onto your porch. Pull the Bluetooth inside, and let's set a list we can screenshot. If any cousin looks at you like you broke fun, say, the HOA person and a cop showed up. Roll your eyes in my direction, and I will play the villain so you don't have to. Okay? Keys? Thank you. I'll stand at the apron with the officer so you can back out without grazing my mailbox like it owes you $20. More, cleared, good. Now the cooler. Side porch, not the walk. We like walkers to be able to walk. Those folding chairs, pull them inside the line of your front planter. City calls the first 5 feet of concrete the sidewalk, even if it's in front of your house. We keep it clear. You ask if you can keep cornhole in the driveway until 11. Not tonight. Beanbags sound like polite artillery at 10:30. Save it for Saturday after lunch. Now the part no one loves. Occupancy. We are not counting beds with a flashlight. We are looking at comfort and safety. Keep people off the balcony when it's loaded. No one bounces a niece at the rail. If the balcony rails are drunk-proof, great, but we assume they are not. And no one swims in the community pool after 9. The sign is a clock. The clock is not a suggestion. Officer, could you say the pool hours once, because someone is absolutely thinking quick midnight dip? Thank you. No midnight dips. We learned that in video 14. Yes, I said video. We are all in a story whether we want to be or not. You laugh, which is better than when you sighed like a storm. Good. Laughter means you'll remember inside voices better than my spreadsheet. Let me also make the part that saves you a fine tomorrow unboring trash. Your checkout is Sunday, and you'll tempt fate with a heap of pizza bones. Boxes get broken flat, greasy lids into gray trash, clean cardboard in blue, no bags in blue. Tie gray bags tight, set carts wheels to curb, 5 feet from the mailbox cluster, not by the hydrant, lids bungeed if wind. Yes, I know this is not a hotel. It is a neighborhood that paid for a mailbox cluster. The cluster is our deity. We bring offerings of clearance. Someone's at the door. Oh, the owner texted back? He says, sorry about the noise, guests will comply, local rep on the way. Good. Please send him this bullet list so he can sleep too. No outside music after 10. Driveways clear. 2 cars at property. Overflow to guest row, then overflow lot. No gate propped at pool. No after-hours swim. Guests stay on lot. Quiet on porch. Inside voices, door closed. Trash sorted, carts placed right. Any issues, call me. Number in booking. He says done with 2 exclamation points. 1 exclamation point is plenty, but we'll take 2. Officer, we're moving. Can you give us a 2-minute lane hold while we repark? Thank you. I'll set 2 cones at the corner so nobody threads a needle around someone backing. We own 3 cones as a block because we like our mirrors. Now, conversation about the thing under the thing. People book these houses because they want a backyard story with their name in it. We live here because we like knowing whose truck is which. We can do both if the party acts like a dinner and the neighborhood acts like a town. You ask if the HOA bans short-term rentals. Ours allows 30-day minimum unless the board approved a legacy list before 2021, which this house is on. That's why you're here. With legacy comes leash. Local contact within 20 minutes, 2-car limit, no events, quiet at 10, fines to owner for violations. Owner will call you if I have to text again. None of us want that at 10:40. You nod. That nod is the start of a decent night. Let's set a micro schedule. 10:20, outside music off, door closed. 10:25, apron clear, guest cars move to guest row or overflow. 10:30, voices to inside volume. Porch stays under 10 people seated. 11, sail, porch empty or whisper level, inside only. Midnight, sleep like kings of moderation. You show me your phone screen like it's a hostage negotiation. Playlist queued, volume slider tiny, cousin rolling his eyes already. Tell cousin the cop said, sir. He will comply. Officer, could you also note Cousin rolled eyes, group laughed, tension down. Fine, write the adult version. Guests acknowledged rules, agreed to comply. Thank you. Now the safety sliver, candles. Someone lit a citronella bucket on the porch rail. Porch rail is a banister, not a mantle. Open flame goes on the concrete, not the rail, away from the doormat within arm's reach out by 11. No tea lights hiding in planters. We've seen that movie. It ended with a hose and a newsletter. Also, small American flag in the planter. Beautiful. Keep the path light pointed at the flag, not at the street. Neighbors want stars, not spotlights through blinds. You're wondering why I'm this detailed. Because it's cheaper than madness. And because once we set the rails, vacation finds the lane. Your friend with the crew shirt asks about Uber pickups. Have them meet you by the pool lot, not in front of the hydrant curve. Text the pin. Ride shares panic at curves. Curves panic when ride shares panic. We'll spare physics. Okay, the moved car is in a guest stall. Mirrors folded. Hang tag on the mirror dot. Beautiful. The second car's in Overflow also. Beautiful. You are learning our boring religion. The music just went off outdoors. Door closed. Volume dropped inside. The block just exhaled. Hear that? Crickets, and the AC, and a man wishing he had brought decaf. That last one is me, I'm going to write. The text summary so tomorrow's memory doesn't invent side. Quests. Tonight, outside music off at 10:20. Door closed. Voices low. Driveway apron cleared. 2 cars on site max. Other cars to guest row or overflow. No greenbelt gathering. No pool after 9. No gate propping. Trash. Boxes broken down. Greasy lids to gray. Blue loose only. Carts staged correctly if used. Any issues? Owner, local contact, reachable. Officer documented voluntary compliance. Please reply, agree. Thank you. Agreed in caps. Bold choice. I like the confidence. Officer, do you need anything else? You'll loop once at 11? Perfect. If it's calm, give the nod. We collect nods here. They're our currency. You're asking if you can set up a small game at the dining table since the backyard vibe is over. Yes. Games inside are neighbor gold. If it's Jenga, be prepared for us to hear one clack at 11:07 and forgive you. We are not monsters. We are people with fans and earplugs. Also, I brought a white noise app suggestion if the bedroom facing the street gets too much of the world. Brown noise, not white. Deeper. Fewer bird dreams. I have a link. I am that neighbor. One more thing while your crew is actually listening. Tomorrow, pool opens at 8. Laps until 9:30 are quiet. Family splash after 10. Don't stake your claim with 6 towels at dawn. We share. Also, deck chairs go back roughly where you found them, not because we love symmetry, because the route for the wheelchair user who swims at 8:15 is the one we keep open. It matters. You nod like a person who recognizes equity when it's explained without a podium. Thank you. About the sidewalk earlier, someone rolled a cooler on it and left condensation streaks. Those become slip lines at dawn. Towel the streaks, and we'll call it even with the universe. Yes, I will hand you a towel like I work here. I don't, I live here. It's worse. Okay? The inside volume just dipped again. I heard a shush that belonged in a museum. That shush is our award winner tonight. If the late arrivals come at 10:50, send them the parking pin and text volume low. Humans mirror texts better than morals. They will come in like librarians. Now, contingency. If one guy pops back outside at 11:30 to talk to a cousin 15 feet away like the street is a hallway, I will text library voice. Please read that as save your deposit. You laugh and say, do it. I will, good. I like this version of tonight. And for the record, happy birthday. A donut appeared on your table earlier, and I hope it was only sticky, not tragic. Officer is stepping back into his car. He gives the nod. Night can be normal again. I'm going to sweep too. Bottle caps off the gutter and then be the person who turns into furniture at 10:45 before. I go, 2 last tiny wins so checkout doesn't hate you. Don't drag suitcases at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Carry to the car or roll on the driveway only. Wheels on aggregate sound like jazz to sleeping brains. And do a porch scan. No cups. No cigarette ends. No glitter. Glitter is forever, and our landscaper charges triple for glitter days. Okay? I'm out. I'll be up at 6 doing coffee like a ritual. If something weird happens, text me, weird. I'll reply lane lines. You will laugh at least a little, which helps. For the folks watching, should HOA communities allow legacy short-term rentals with tighter rules, 2-car limit, quiet porch after 10, local contact within 20 minutes, or phase them out entirely to avoid the weekend turbulence? And if your block lives with them, what's the best low-drama toolkit, guest row maps, hang tags, quiet hours cards, or owner group chats with templates? Drop your fixes, your check-in cheat sheets, and your "we learned the hard way" tips in the comments so the next birthday on someone else's block becomes a neighbor story instead of a noise report. 11:04 p.m. Quick loop. Officer rolls by. Windows down, hears nothing but a blender, making a milkshake and the kind of laughter you hear in libraries when someone tries too hard to whisper. He gives the small nod. Text you, thanks for the lane lines, and you send back a photo of the inside game. Cards on the table. Crew shirts, now hoodies, door closed, light warm. Street dark. That's the picture we want to remember. Vacation being vacation without taking the block with it. Tomorrow morning, I'll drop a printed map of guest rows and the overflow lot under your mat. Plus 2 pre-written quiet hours cards for the next guests if you want to leave them with the Wi-Fi password. They read like a friendly recipe. Nobody argues with recipes. And Sunday, when you check out, if you leave the carts staged right and the porch as blank as a good nap, you'll be the legend we tell the next crew about when they show up with 11 hats and 2 plans. Welcome to our neighborhood. We do boring well, boring sleeps, boring saves deposits, boring makes the next birthday possible for everyone watching. What would your perfect HOA guest kit include for short-term rentals? Parking map. Quiet hours magnet, trash day cheat sheet, pool rules card, or something we missed? And should porch gatherings cap at a certain head count after 10 p.m., or is volume control enough if parking is handled? Tell us in the comments so our next visiting crew lands like neighbors, not a neon sign.